The Sesh Podcast, episode 144, take one. Hi friends, and welcome back to The Sesh. I'm Janelle, joined by Charles and Karelly and Sydney. Damn it, I was going to say welcome back to Great Scott. What does Kendall say? What in the Great Scott? What in the Great Scott is up, folks? Welcome back to The Sesh. It is a lovely Wednesday afternoon, approximately 88 degrees here in sunny Denver, Colorado on August 16th.
The time is 12:15.
The time is 12:15, and I am on the countdown till I turn 29. At 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, I will have turned 29 years old. Ugh. Sick.
How do you feel? How does it feel to be in your last year of your 20s?
I don't know why. Last night I was taking a shower, which is, if you know me, a rare occurrence.
Which is once in like a month.
And I was like, oh, this is the last shower of being 28.
Wow.
Because I'm not, God knows I ain't showering today.
You're not showering today?
Fuck no.
Not me either, bitch.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're kind of like me.
No,
sick.
I do. Yeah, I'm a little sick. Yeah, I'm pretty sick. I shower like 3 times a week.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Depending on how stinky I am, I will take an extra body shower.
Okay.
But
Play.
You know what? I like to stink it
Everyone
up.
tells me I never smell. So unless y'all are lying to me, I'm going to roll with it.
I don't know
Thank
if any
you.
of us are that close to you, like in proximity.
Sometimes one time. No, John actually never says I smell, but one time he did. Like this one time I was like rotting on the couch and he came down and like gave me a kiss on my head or something. And he was like, are you going to take a shower today? And I was like, you know what, bitch? Because of that, I'm not showering for another week. That's what you get. Rotting in my filth is what I like to do. Charles just showered. He took a shower a few days ago.
He looks great. He looks fantastic.
He's very
Handsome, man.
handsome. He just got a haircut and he just got another tooth pulled. My poor son only has 6 teeth left. Charles. If you're wondering why Kendall's not here, it's because she's on vacation. She's in Lake Tahoe, which apparently is one of the cleanest waters in the world. So that's
I learned that from Kendall's Instagram.
Same.
I didn't know that.
I know. She's full of facts.
Full of facts.
So-
We miss her dearly.
That's right. We do miss her dearly. We really do. It's not the same without all 4 of us here. And it's been all of 2 minutes and I'm already talking in this accent, okay?
You know what, Janelle?
Have you guys been on Bama Rush? Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my
Have
gosh.
you, Karelly?
No, I haven't.
Like,
Is
you
that
watched
from like
some of the
last
show?
year?
No, like on TikTok. Bama Rush TikTok.
Oh, yes.
Because
Yeah.
it's like season 3, quote unquote, as in like they're going through Rush right now.
Wait, so is this the one where it's like, hi, my name is
Hi, my name is Marianne Louise Honey Bunches of Oats, and I'm going to be showing you my OOTD. My skirt is from the pants store. My shirt is from
The pants store.
Lululemon. This is Cartier, Hermes, Cartier. There's another one. I don't remember the other one. This is from my grandmama back in the day. This is Cartier as well. Anyway, sorry, I'm not trying to make fun of these people, but what I will say is that recruitment now looks so different than what it used to be because, well, maybe it's just because this is in the South and
They're
where
more
Sydney and I
serious?
they're taking it like really seriously. And where Sydney and I went to college and Kendall, it was like very low key, laid back. But I cannot imagine going through recruitment now. And not even just recruitment. They do like dorm tours. Their dorms, you got to look this shit up. Look up
I didn't go
Bama
to
Rush.
college. I bought popcorn on my lip. Sorry about that one.
Honestly, though, I think it has. I mean, I think we've known the South has always been intense, but it's on a whole nother level. I mean,
It's the dorms, you guys. Their decorations look better than my house.
yeah.
Like, I don't understand how these people do it. Honestly, I give them props for the dorm thing. Like, it looks really, really good. But my dorm did not look like that. My dorm looked fucking like I see all these millennials doing like tags or whatever, or what is it called? Stitches. When they stitch a TikTok and they have like the fancy dorms now and then compared to like what their dorm looked like. And it's just wild. Like,
Dude, I literally had my dorm was just like my decorations were so lame too. Like the sorority stuff that I did have up,
oh yeah.
nothing compared to.
No. Like they literally have like headboards on their dorm beds.
Really? Wait, okay.
They like make headboards. They have like sconces that they put up on the wall somehow. Take it easy. Was that open?
No.
Jesus. She just knocked over a Red Bull. But it's wild. And yeah, the whole sorority thing is, the whole rush thing is crazy. Have you guys seen Golden Gooses?
The shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You know what those are?
Can you believe that? They're like ruined
I didn't
shoes.
know what those were.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Here,
Also,
pull
I
them up
have
for the folks who aren't aware.
I have a little like beef with those because Golden Goose has this one pair of shoes. They're disgustingly overpriced, but they're like supposed to be worn in.
Yeah.
And they're like
ugly.
$3,000. Okay, maybe I'm
They're
exaggerating.
like
They're $600.
That's a lot for shoes that look like this, you guys. Look at these fucking shoes. They're like $600.
Would you
That's
ever?
insane.
No, and they're ugly. But what's crazy to me is this looks like something that I got from Payless and in 7th grade and wore for 10 months straight.
Yeah.
And they're like worn to filth, and that I would have been like made fun of for having. And meanwhile, these people are paying $600 for shoes that look like this. It blows my mind. Which, I mean,
Like,
hey,
look
if
at
you,
this one in the
wear
bottom.
whatever the fuck you want, but I just think it's a little wild that you're expected to like shell out this type of money for sorority recruitment when you're 18 years old.
Wait, you're what? Okay, maybe that's a big reason why I also didn't go to college. I mean, yes.
Well, apparently in
also.
Alabama you are, in like the South. You're not where I went to school.
You're required to like
no,
wear
I don't think
shit
you're
like
required,
this?
but it's very much like expected of you to like have brands like
you won't
this.
get in if you don't wear
exactly.
stuff like
I don't
this.
think you would get in.
Yeah, like, and it's. I
Damn.
actually watched the documentary.
Did you watch it?
And you should watch it. It's actually insane, and
Is it about rushing?
Yeah, it talks about like these girls going through and pretty much what the expectations are now, and it's absolutely insane. Like they have a full on like resume portfolio. They're modeling photos.
Yes.
It's like
it's what they have
crazy.
to submit like a video and like essay questions. Then
Are they auditioning for Big Brother?
Big Brother. Have you been watching Big Brother?
Yes. I have. I haven't watched this week, but I did watch last week.
Yes.
I'm liking it. I'm really liking it.
It's so good. I haven't watched, well, obviously today's episode hasn't come out yet, but anyways, back to this. They also, this is wild too. They have these like services where you can pay thousands of dollars to have like a recruitment counselor, someone who basically like coaches you through recruitment and like how to get into your house of choice and stuff like that. The whole thing's wild to me.
That's crazy. The concept of like sororities and fraternities to me is just so crazy. Like as someone who like, I mean, I went like when I went to college, the first one I went to was in my hometown. And I mean, I never got into the sorority part because I already lived there. You know what I mean? I never even like thought about it.
They had Greek life at your first one?
Yeah, I went to CSUP. And yeah, they have honestly, it's not a bad campus. I kind of wish I had continued going there, to be honest. But would you guys rush again? Like, let's say you went back to school. Would you rush again?
Not in this kind of.
I would if it was the same as when I did it before. Like, I have no regrets of doing it.
Yeah, me neither.
And I met really good friends, but I will say that if it was anything even remotely similar to how the South does it now, there's absolutely no fucking way I would do that.
I mean, I think it's even changed. I still see like the sorority that we were in, like their posts or whatnot, and like just times have changed. That,
but
the different types of photos.
Pretty like
it's
nothing
nothing compared to like the Alabama. But yeah, I would say like I would do it again 100% if it was like when we went through, because I didn't feel like we were putting on a show or anything like that.
No, I mean, I had a lot of fun. I met really good friends, and I've always said this, like I would probably not have met friends because I am not very good at making friends by myself. I'm pretty shy, and I'm not one to just like put myself out there and go to a party alone or go to like a friend meet and greet alone type of thing. So
would you do that now?
I don't know. I would have a really hard time doing that.
Yeah, me too.
Like it would be very difficult for me. Like the only way I make new friends now is through other friends.
Yeah. No,
or like people I know, but I don't really like meet randos at like a bar or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Or at least like where you would become like legit friends.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't.
My friend
I'm
group
the same way.
is pretty small, which is fine.
Which is honestly I kind of prefer a smaller friend group.
Oh,
because
so
if you
do
have
I.
so many, like then it's like So
gives me
many.
anxiety.
You gotta like, there's a lot of snakes out there.
There are a lot of snakes
You know,
out there.
you
No,
gotta
it's
like
true.
watch your back.
It's true. You gotta watch your back.
Gotta
You
watch
always
your-
have to watch your back.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to get.
Can't trust no bitch.
Can't trust a bitch. That's right.
No.
Yeah, but the whole Greek life or the Bama Rush thing is fascinating. I've been binge watching it on my TikTok.
I really hope I get it now because I do want to know
Literally
what it's
just-
about.
Just type in Bama Rush. It's everywhere.
The singing, the songs, and the stuff that they do now.
Oh, I know.
I mean,
the
that kind of
coordinated
stuff, like,
dances.
Yeah. I mean, it's always been kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie, like the
Yeah.
clapping.
Yeah.
But they are on a whole nother, they're like singing and dancing, and like when they're walking into the house, it's like pretty funny.
Yeah, it is. It's wild. It's crazy times.
Speaking of TikTok, did you guys watch that live I sent you last night? The Victorian Child's NPC.
I was so confused.
No,
what
I
it
didn't
was.
watch
No,
that. I think I was
okay.
asleep.
Well, okay, I don't know. Okay, so Kendall responded to it. She's like, "What the fuck is this?" I watched it for like literally like 30 minutes, and it was I this NPC thing. I don't get the trend.
Oh,
Like-
is that like when you're like, gummy bear?
Yes, this girl was like, she was
Oh,
like,
hot dog.
She's like a wizard or something.
no, she was a Victorian child. She wanted to die. That was like her
Oh.
whole thing, and she was like, what was it? No more peppers, just mushy peas.
I had no idea what that was.
Me
I was
either,
so
but
confused.
I sat
People
there
make
for
money off
I
of
sat
it.
there for 30 minutes watching it.
People make money off of it now. I kind of want to do it. What
I
if we like
know.
try to do it? I
We
feel like it'd be really
should.
funny.
We
'Cause
should
they
try to
like
do
send
it.
you different, like people will pay to send you a different
'Cause it's
emoji or
gifts,
little
right?
icon. Yeah. And then
'Cause
you like
that's-
have to act like you're like receiving it as an AI character.
Yes, because she had one that was like feathers or something, and it was like, mommy, I see the feathers, I see the light, and it's like,
but they do the same thing over and over again, which
It's
is
a-
so fun. Every time
yeah.
they get the same icon, they do the exact same thing.
yeah, it was.
It's funny.
It's funny, but it's also so. It's bizarre how our entertainment.
it's fucking
has-
weird as hell.
Like what entertains us is changed so much.
I really
so
want to
weird.
see this. I'm like so confused.
Here, play one.
Gang gang. Ice cream so good, thank you, Jackie. Gang gang, gang gang, gang gang. Oh, special. Gang gang, rah rah rah. Gang gang, gang gang. Balloon.
See the
Gang
little
gang,
icons,
Gang gang.
Sydney?
That is good.
Wow.
Lemonade.
So they-
Hee-haw, yes. You got me feeling like a cowgirl. Let me write it, huh? Hee-haw, yes. You got me feeling
So
like
they
a
say the
cowgirl.
same thing
Let me
every
write
time you
it,
send
huh?
the same
Slay,
thing.
huh? Slay, huh?
It's supposed to be like an
Slay,
AI.
huh? Ice cream so
People are
good.
making
gang
money off
gang.
this.
Gang gang. Slay, huh? Oh, thank you, Stuart. Blue, it's me. Oh, thank you, baby.
Who is
You
this
got me
person?
feeling like a
Pinky
queen,
doll?
huh? Gang gang.
Slay.
Gang gang.
She has
Gang gang.
650,000 likes.
Yeah.
That's
Holy
crazy.
Shit.
That's insane to me.
I know, right?
I'm sure many of you out there have heard of ketamine therapy and have been curious about it for yourself. I can speak from my own experience that ketamine therapy changed my life. I was going through a very rough patch of depression and anxiety. I didn't know where else to turn. And luckily, Josh found ketamine therapy and I did it in a medical setting and it was amazing for me. I can't believe the effects of it have lasted me until now. So it's been about 2 years since I did it or maybe even longer. And I've just had such an incredible experience. I've recommended it to so many friends and family. Several of my own family members have done it now and have had great results themselves. And now there's a new tool to improve your mental health, at-home ketamine therapy. MindBloom is the leader in at-home ketamine therapy, having safely helped thousands of people overcome their anxiety and depression. And unlike traditional talk therapy, ketamine works quickly and doesn't have the unpleasant side effects of traditional antidepressants. And in a study of over 1,200 MindBloom clients, 89% reported improvements in their anxiety and depression after only 2 sessions. And so right now, MindBloom is offering our listeners $100 off your first 6-session program when you sign up at mindbloom.com/sesh and use promo code SESH. Take the first step and break free from your anxiety and depression with MindBloom. That's mindbloom.com/sesh. Use promo code SESH.
So today we are going to be, because this is kind of being pre-recorded. It's a long story schedule-wise and doesn't really matter to you guys, but we're not going to be doing any spicy topics or CSI, at least when I'm recording, because again, it's being pre-recorded. So instead we figured we would do a little Am I the Asshole? Because you guys always love that. And also, it's been a while since we spilled your secrets. And y'all have some tea to spill. So I'm going to be reading those and reacting to them as well. If you want to be a part of that, next time we have you guys included in the episode. Be sure to follow our Instagram at _Sesh Podcast, because that is where we post stuff and like different forms and stuff for you guys to be able to submit your secrets. So anyways, before we get into that though, I have something I need to get off my chest, and I need you guys to tell me what the fuck this means. I had one of the worst dreams literally ever last night, and I need to talk about it. And it's like very brutal and scary. So, and I told John this. He thought I was literally lying because he was like, there's no fucking way. I was like, I swear to God, this is what happened.
Oh no.
From what I remember, the dream started off where I was on this like random college campus, or what I thought to be a college campus, some school. And I don't really know why I was there or whatever, but I was there and classes were starting, but I, for some reason, decided that I like shouldn't be there. I didn't want to be there. And the students around me were like kind of like, they weren't really going to class. It was just more so like us walking through the hallways, walking up and down the stairs at the common areas and stuff like that. And so anyways, I decided that I needed to leave. And the students around me kept being like, no, you can't leave. You can't leave. And they looked like kind of creepy. They didn't look like normal humans. They kind of looked like a mix between like zombie humans, kind of.
Like with their eyes?
Not really. They were kind of like black, kind of, from what I remember. And they were like really pale.
Like their eyes were black? And
yeah. And then their skin was like super pale. So anyways, they're like, no, you can't leave. And they kept like not allowing me to leave the school. And then it got a little bit weirder. And then the next thing I remember is I'm walking through the halls and I see these people with knives, and they're like cutting their like hands and like arms and stuff, and like making little cuts on themselves. I'm like, what the heck? And so it started creeping me out. So I was like, I really need to get the fuck out of here. So I'm trying to leave, and they're like, no, you can't leave. You can't leave. And they start like kind of chasing me. And then this one guy in particular starts chasing me with a fucking knife. So I'm running through the halls being chased. I'm like, I need to figure out a way to escape this place. And I go into this garage, and there's tons of cars. And I'm like, okay, I'll hide under a car and maybe he won't be able to find me. So I go under a car, and I'm like laying there on my back under this car. And I see his feet like walk by, you know, on the side of the car. And then all of a sudden he like appears out of nowhere. He's like, phew, and like flies right under the car. So him and I are now under this car. And he takes me, and he literally starts like stabbing me with his knife. And like, but not like, I'm not like dying or anything, but I'm like, oh my God, what the hell is happening? Like, I need to get out of this situation. And so I somehow was able to get the knife from him and started like attacking him with it. And it was like all over my hands. Why are you smiling, Karelly?
No, I'm not smiling. I'm just like, I'm imagining it in my head, and it's like playing out it's creepy.
It's creepy as fuck. Okay. So I'm like, oh, I need to like figure out how to run away from this guy. So we're like kind of attacking each other, trying not to be as gruesome because it's like freaking YouTube, but you get the gist of what was happening. So finally I'm able to somehow escape. I start running down this hall, and I'm like, and he's running after me. I'm like, I need to figure out how to get out of here so that these people don't trap me or whatever. And so I'm running and running. And then I realized that the only way to get out, this is like insane. And I don't even know if I should put this on the fucking episode now that I'm saying this, but I want to hear what you guys think. The only way to get out of this school or whatever is I'm standing like way up on top of this thing and looking down. There's like a huge staircase. And at the bottom of the staircase is this giant tub, essentially, that's like, looks like a fucking like, it's like spinning. It looks like a
whirlpool kind of?
Yeah, a whirlpool, but I think it was like, had blades in it or something. I don't know. In my dream, I was like, I'm going to have to just jump in this thing because otherwise I'm going to be stuck in this school forever. So I literally remember, which by the way, in dreams, do you guys ever like float down the stairs? Like I never actually go down the stairs in my dreams. I'm always like floating down the stairs.
I never thought about that.
Anyways, tell me if that is, I think I've also seen that on TikTok, that it's like a known thing that you don't really like use the stairs when you dream, you like float down them. So anyways, I'm like, okay, I have to do this. So I decided to jump. I jump off, and then I literally am like, I'm going to have to go into this thing with a bunch of blades. It looked like a giant
like a blender?
Blender, yeah.
Oh.
So I was like, oh well, like it's either that or like be tortured by these fucking people.
Were you like hurt after being stabbed?
I was, but I was still like running and like
you were still like,
I don't know, I was still like functioning, I guess. So anyways, I literally jump, and I'm like in slow motion. I'll like remember this so well. In slow motion, like falling down this thing down, and then I fall into the fucking blender. And I'm like being tossed in it and shit. but I was still alive and like was like being tossed in, and all of a sudden for some reason it like spit me out and tossed me right next to it in this like tub of really cold water. And then I was like in the water, and then I woke up. And I woke up, I literally was like like already in my dream breathing heavily, and like so I woke up and was just sitting there like what the fuck. And then immediately I realized that my hands and arms were in pain, like from where I was getting injured in the dream. And so I like had to shake them in my bed, like try and like wake my body up. And obviously like my hands and arms were fine. It was so fucking scary though. And I just sat there like, why does this have to happen to me? I never have good dreams ever.
Dude, that is weird.
It was so, and I was afraid to go back to sleep because I was like, it's going to start up again.
Oh my God. Wait, so this was like middle of the night?
Yeah, middle of the night, wake up. Or no, I woke up and the sun was already up. I think it was really early. I think it was like 5:30 or something, and the sun had started coming up. And yeah, it was terrifying. And I was like afraid to go back to bed. Then I went back to bed and then started another dream, which I don't dream very often, thankfully, because I hate dreaming, because all I ever dream about is scary things. And so I go back to sleep, and I am having this dream where me and my mom are in like this like sports arena or something with like some sports game, and it's a terrible game, and we're like bored as hell with it, and we're like, we need to get out of here. Like it was so random, and that I'm not gonna waste my time explaining it, but oh my God, it was so scary. So if any of you out there have any idea as to why I would be dreaming that, please let me know, unless it's like something really terrifying that's gonna happen to me, because I don't want to hear it. But if you know like what the meaning of that dream could be.
That's crazy. So you could feel the cold water like in your dream?
It felt like it, yeah. Like I felt like really cold. Oh, did you get your dream book, Karelly?
I did, yeah. That's what I ran over there for.
What does it say when you're being like stabbed under a car and then go into a essential meat grinder?
Let's see. Stabbed in a car. No, okay, so let's see.
It was so scary.
Okay, so if you dream of school, to dream of attending school indicates indistinction in literary work. If you are young and at a school in a dream, you will find that sorrow and reverses will make you sincerely long for the simple trust and pleasures of days of yore. I don't think that's true.
No, but I wasn't a kid, because I have a reoccurring dream where I go to school and I'm either like forgot I had a test, or forgot I was in a class and I didn't drop it. But that's very, I think, normal for people. This was like in college.
Stabbing.
And I was being chased and with knives and like stabbed under a car. And then I literally had to jump into a like weird meat grinder and then was spit out and put into a cold pool of water.
Oh, that is...
It's scared. And then I like look over and John's like all peacefully sleeping. I'm like, should I wake him up?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Do you ever have those ones that like it wakes you up because you feel like you're falling? Like,
yes.
Oh, yes. I have those all the time.
Jolt awake.
I haven't had that in a while. Oh, I was going to ask you, because you guys have both get your eyelashes done. Do you ever, like, I personally can't help it, but like I'll doze off.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like when you are kind of asleep and then you like jolt.
Yeah.
Do you guys do that?
No,
I do it
usually
so bad.
I'm talking to my lash person, because her and I are like friends.
Oh,
so
really?
I'm talking to her. But if we don't talk and I'm like laying there, I don't really fall asleep, but I kind of just like disassociate, I guess.
I don't know where I go or what, if I'm sleeping or whatnot, but
That's
literally,
nice.
No, but it's bad because it's embarrassing. She'll be like doing them.
And you're like,
and I literally will freak. And there's one time where I like threw my hands down on the bed.
Oh my
And
God.
I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I can't even help it. I have to like clap my hands or something in order to not fall asleep.
that's funny.
This book is useless. This book is literally useless. It's 12,000 Dreams Interpreted, but it's like it only gives you like single words. Like you can't.
12,000 dreams, but my dream isn't one of those.
No.
Like I've looked up, it doesn't have the word zombie. It doesn't have
That's lame.
like stabbing. It doesn't have stabbing. It doesn't have blender. It has blending, but like blending ingredients
Like,
together.
yeah, no, this
No.
is being blended. It
Being
was so scary, you guys.
Oh, it sounds terrifying.
Anyways, yeah, tell me what that means in the comments, because I'm curious. Very not good.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I like kind of forgot it happened, and then I like remembered again.
Like in the dream, did you feel like what was your emotion? Like were you scared?
Yeah, I
were
was
you
scared.
Were you like
No, I was scared, and I was like really stressed out. I was like, I got to get the fuck out of this school. Like, how do I get out of here? Because if I don't get out, they're gonna just like torture me and not let me leave. So I literally had to fly into this fucking like thing with It was
I wonder, are you feeling like trapped in life right now? Like,
Ooh,
is like, and like, and not like, and just in like different aspects. It doesn't have to be like, you know, whatever. But like maybe even the blending had to do with like, you feel like your way out is going to be so much more hurtful or harmful than like staying in that situation. You know what I mean?
Oh, no.
I don't know. I just kind of made that up. But I mean, that's kind of like that's what I kind of feel like. If you're trying to get out of this like really scary environment, but the only way out is through a blender, then like obviously you're gonna have your body's gonna go through so much.
But I chose the blender in my dream. I was like, I don't give a fuck if I die, if I get chopped up. Like, it's better than being here with these zombie people.
Yeah, and I feel like that means that says something about you though.
Great.
That's just, no, I feel like that's a good thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it was fucking scary though. I hated it. Really grateful that it wasn't real. Like, you ever wake up from a dream and you're like, thank God that isn't actually my reality.
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
okay. I have really weird and crazy dreams. I can't really remember anything like detail wise right now, but they're so realistic that like I will wake up and actually think that thing happened. Like there was one that I was like out at like lunch or something with my parents, and the waiter was like hitting on me like a lot, and my dad and my mom were like really upset that they were hitting on me because he had a wedding ring on.
Okay.
And at one point, like my dad is like calling me names. We all get into like a really big argument, and like they're calling me like disgusting names, like you know, they're calling me this and that. And I wake up the next morning and I'm like actually like really sad. I'm like, I can't believe like my parents think this about me, like all these things. And like I just it felt so real. Like it felt like my parents actually like said these things to me. Like I know it was a dream, but like, do you ever have those moments where it's
yeah, totally. One time I had a dream where like John was like, fuck you, I don't want you. Or like, no, he cheated on me and I found out and I was like, oh, and then he was like, oh, who gives a fuck? Like, you suck anyways. And then the next day I was all sad about it. And he was like, I'm sorry. He's like, that's not true. Like, what did I was like, do you love me? Like,
that happened to me and actually multiple times. I was literally upset because I thought I like walked in on my dream. It was like me walking in on Jared. Like
banging another hoe.
Yeah. And it felt real. And I didn't like even when I woke up, I was like,
oh
what
my God.
the fuck?
I know. It's so sad.
If somebody cheated on me, you'd cut off their
Okay, Lorraine Bobbitt.
Yes. Call me Miss Bobbitt.
Call me Miss Bobbitt. Picture this. You're hanging out at your favorite spot, headphones on, and the world around you fades away. When listening to Dipsy stories, you're immersed in a vivid world where every touch, every breath, every stolen glance is felt with breathtaking intensity. Dipsy is an app full of hundreds of short, sexy audio stories designed by women for women. And they bring scenarios to life, people with immersive soundscapes and realistic characters. There is so much to discover on Dipsy, including stories about second chance romances, adventurous vacation flings, and of course, hot and heavy hookups. And now you can listen to spicy audios by your favorite TikTok creators. They're attentive to your every need, prioritize your pleasure, and have voices that will make you melt. Dipsy is super inclusive. They have stories for straight and queer listeners, and 56% of the stories are voice acted by people of color. And they release content every single week. So in between listening to your favorite stories over and over again, you can always find something new to explore. And they don't just have sexy audio stories to listen to. They also have soothing sleep stories, wellness sessions, and sexy written stories to read. So if you are looking for a way to spice up your me time, maybe explore your fantasies, relax and unwind, or my favorite, heat things up with a partner, then Dipsy is for you. I highly recommend you check them out. They are an awesome service. And for listeners of the show, Dipsy is offering an extended 30-day free trial when you go to dipsystories.com/sesh. That's 30 days of full access for free when you go to DIPSEA stories.com/sesh. dipsystories.com/sesh. All right, let's see here. Am I the asshole for leaving my travel partner at TSA while I use PreCheck and Clear? My partner and I have been together for 4 years. We travel a few times a year for work and vacation. We both have credit cards that pay for TSA PreCheck and Clear. While I've decided to enroll in both programs since I travel every few months and appreciate the convenience, she thinks the requirements are too annoying and confusing to deal with, so she refuses to go through the process. Somewhat fair, they can be cumbersome, but she's a smart person and could figure it out. When I travel, I tend to book our trips and make our travel arrangements, including to and from the airport, meaning I put my trusted travel ID and often have a rapport with TSA agents since I only fly the same airline, always at the same terminal. I also often travel with my work laptop and use a carry-on, so pre-check makes this process easier for me. You can keep on like your jacket, your shoes. You don't have to take your laptops out and all that crap. The first time we traveled together, which was 4 years ago, we got to security and I asked her if it was okay if I go through the pre-check line while she does regular security. She said yes, and I met her on the other side. Since the line was long, I went and got coffee for both of us and waited on the other side. Safe to say, she got through security and was pissed. She said she couldn't believe I actually abandoned her at security, and she only said yes because the question caught her off guard and she was so taken aback by me asking. Going forward, anytime we travel, I have to go through regular security no matter how long the line and stay with her. This often leads to the TSA agents commenting how I can go through pre-check and me having to explain in front of my girlfriend why I can't. Sometimes this upsets her because a TSA agent will make a comment about how it's unfair. One time they made me go through pre-check because of how long the regular lines were. Regardless of the comment to stay with my girlfriend, she wasn't happy that time either. She likes to point out whenever we travel that one time I abandoned her at security and how she'll never let me go through the fast line unless she gets to go through too. In the numerous times since that we have flown together, I have not abandoned her since. She points out to friends how I abandoned her as well. Most are split on the issue, and a few note they'd let their partner deal with the slow line as well, even more so when their partner has the means to go pre-check. So for a stupid and petty thing like this, am I the asshole? No, I would be like stoked if John could get pre-check, go through and get me coffee and then be waiting with coffee.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hell yeah. Unless you have like a kid.
Right. Why doesn't she get pre-check? It's literally a thing you can just buy, right?
Yeah, you can get pre-check. And it says that it comes with their credit card. So I don't understand why she can't just get it.
Because she's lazy and doesn't want to go do the work of doing the pre-check thing.
That long.
I don't think so either, but
then you never have to stand in security again. No, I don't think you're the asshole. I think your wife's dramatic. Sorry. Unless, like I said, unless you had kids or something and you're like, okay, bye, you take care of the kids through, because taking kids through an airport sounds like a pain in the ass.
Yeah, no, it does.
Like seeing families with like their kids like running around, like one's crying, one's like running off. Like that looks so stressful.
The stroller.
Yeah, the stroller situation, all their shit that they got, like the diaper bags and everything.
Take off the kids' shoes, put the shoes back on.
That sounds like a pain. So I'd be pissed if my partner went through pre-check without me in that case, but I don't know.
Sounds like she needs to get her own pre-check.
Exactly, I agree. Okay, let's see. Am I the asshole for getting upset with my husband after he told me nothing will change while I'm pregnant? So me and my husband, who I'll call Jake for this story, have been together for 5 years and married for 3. We have recently started trying for a baby as we both felt like that was the next step in our life together. And 3 weeks ago, I got a positive test back. We were really happy and told our families, and now my mom and mother-in-law want to throw a baby shower for us. It was just super good news all around. Well, 2 nights ago, me and Jake were getting ready for bed, and he reminds me to go through the house and make sure all the lights are off. Now, he can be a little lazy at times, and it has become a nightly routine for me to make sure all the lights are off that he leaves on before we go to bed. I wasn't feeling very well and asked if he could just do it since he wasn't doing anything and was literally standing by the door. He then tells me, no, this is what is expected of you every night.
Whoa.
I was a little hurt, but I didn't want to fight with him, so I just did it. When I came back, Jake goes on this very long, unprovoked rant saying things like, just because you're pregnant does not mean anything will change, and you are still supposed to cook, clean, and do all the chores every day, because how can you be expected to be a mother if you can't handle a little work?
Oh my God.
He wasn't yelling at me or anything. He was talking quietly. I was shocked because I never heard him say anything like this. The rant went on for about 30 minutes before I interjected and asked, well, what do you plan on doing to help me with all of this? Then he got extremely defensive, saying he works his ass off at his job to provide for me and what is going to be our future children. For context, I don't work at the moment. My job was not paying enough to justify me going, so I'm a full-time college student. He ended up saying that it doesn't matter how I feel physically or mentally. It is a mother's job to push through, and if he helped and babied me, I wouldn't be a good mom. I got extremely upset and started yelling and said that I wish I would have known this as how you felt before I got pregnant with your baby. There was a moment of silence before he started crying, and he left for the night to stay at his mom's house. Damn. He hasn't been back yet. My mother-in-law and sister-in-law have called me berating me and saying I broke Jake's heart and what I said and I need to apologize immediately. And until I do, he isn't coming home. I don't know how to feel. So am I the asshole for yelling at my husband after he said he isn't helping me with anything during pregnancy because it's a mother's job to deal with it? What a baby back bitch.
Yeah.
You're going to rant for 30 minutes and then leave
Yeah.
Go to your mommy's house.
to go to mommy's house?
Yeah. Like,
What
God.
a piece of shit, man.
Drama.
He makes her turn off all the lights and saying that's your job.
The lights that he left on.
That he left on?
Literally.
Like, why can't, even if like that is something that she typically does, why don't you just do it one night because she doesn't feel good?
Or why don't you just turn off the lights that you turn on?
Oh my God, if John did that to me, I'd be pissed.
This sounds like a man child. Like a big old man child.
Like, why are you arguing? That's like such a stupid thing to argue with someone about.
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, his comment about how do you expect to be
a good mom?
a mother if you can't handle a little work? Like, what the?
That it's Herd's job to cook, clean, and do all the chores every day.
And he doesn't care about her physically or mentally. Yeah, no, girl, bye. Say boy bye. No.
That's sad.
Wow.
Nobody deserves to be treated like that.
That's so fucked up. Damn. No, I don't think you're the asshole.
No.
I think your husband's an asshole. And now you're having a kid with him. I feel bad for you, honestly. That's stressful. Hope it gets better. Am I the asshole for backing out of my best friend's bachelorette party, even though I'm a bridesmaid? My friend is getting married later this year and asked me to be a bridesmaid. I've known my friend for 15 years, so I'm excited to share these memories with her. However, I don't trust anyone else in the entire bridal party, including her fiance. In the entire group, I'm more of the responsible friend. I don't really drink or do drugs, so I can always tell that when we're all together, some of the other friends find me boring. We started planning the bachelorette party a couple months ago, and at first, I was going to get out of my comfort zone and just go until her fiance said some inappropriate comments to me in front of everyone as a joke. I don't want to go into much detail, but along the lines of pretending he and I had a baby together.
What?
Wait, what? I was so embarrassed for my friend, but she didn't seem to care. Another reason I backed out is one of the groomsmen stated that in order for us to all have fun the night of the parties, he would be drugging us without our consent. Ew. I am not okay with that, and no one else seemed to care but me. I feel bad that as a bridesmaid, I know these things are expected of us, but when is it okay to put my foot down? So now that I'm not going, the weekend of the bachelorette is going to be more expensive, and the maid of honor is upset with me because I waited until the last minute to back out. Am I the asshole?
No.
Okay, no, you're not the asshole for being upset with whatever the fiance and his friend said, because that's fucking weird and creepy.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think you're kind of in the wrong for not paying for it still.
Yeah.
If you're doing it this last minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't plan a trip and then be like, oh, never mind, I'm not going. And you guys all have to like eat the cost because I'm not going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't commit. Yeah. Once you commit, then you're kind of
Well,
stuck.
especially if, you're right. Especially something for a wedding. Like, that takes so much planning and like they counted on you.
And also though, like, I'm assuming that it would just be the girls going. So his fiance and his friends won't be there. So, I mean,
Why?
like, why would you? I don't know. I would almost still go for my friend, I guess, unless
Right.
you're like genuinely scared that they're going to do something. Well, then maybe you should confront them and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
yeah.
But I don't know. I do feel bad for your friend that because of her dumbass fiance, you're not going to her bachelorette party last minute and you're not paying for it. Like, you should pay for it.
I feel like if anything, like, you're right. Like, if she feels safe or it's a good situation, like maybe going to the bachelorette party, but then not being in the wedding, if like, because it
Yeah.
was so last minute, like
Mhm.
I mean, again, like they were depending on you also paying. So like,
Right.
Yeah, I guess. But also, I don't think she's the asshole in the sense because she feels so unsafe and like they literally like threaten to like drug them all without
that's creepy
them
as
knowing.
That is so weird.
And in that case, like I feel like it's up to like maybe like the groom and the bride to like say something to that friend who said that. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Like
Yeah.
obviously
That's
like
not okay. It should be
you
handled.
don't and like you don't have to do drugs and drink to have a good time. Like
Right.
that's not required by any means.
Right.
And I think it's just a little weird that they are so concerned that she doesn't do these things to
Agreed.
quote unquote have fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
Kind of a tough one.
That's
how would you feel, Sydney, if this was your situation, like one of your friends?
I first off would be very embarrassed and upset with my
I'd be
fiance.
so embarrassed.
I'd be pissed too. I mean, I don't know. But
Even worse, one of his like douchey friends saying like,
Oh,
"We're
yeah.
gonna drug you."
oh yeah, no.
Like,
I'd
wow,
be-
that's such a funny thing to say to a group of women who are already like having to look out for being drugged on a daily
Anyway.
basis every
Yeah.
time you fucking go to a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways.
that's insane. But I honestly would be upset in the sense that it would affect, what everyone else has to pay, and it was last minute. It's almost like she knows who these people are. So I think maybe just not have like committing to going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean in the beginning.
Right.
But
That's true.
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
know. I do feel bad for the other women who are going and have to pay because of some idiot's comment, and now she's not going, and now they have to like, pay extra for it. That sucks.
Yeah.
I would be pissed if I was one of the friends, honestly. This fall, you've got places to be, and standing in the checkout line is not one of them. I hate the checkout line. I hate going to the grocery store. It is overwhelming and annoying. And that is why I love HelloFresh. Because with HelloFresh, you leave the meal planning and grocery shopping to them. With pre-portioned ingredients and easy step-by-step recipes delivered to your door, you'll save so much time and cut out the hassle. HelloFresh keeps your taste buds on their toes with 40 chef-crafted recipes to select from every single week. They've got family-friendly to fit and wholesome. You'll always find new and exciting recipes to try. Recently, John and I made spicy shrimp soup. It had bok choy, scallion sour cream, and crispy fried onions. And oh my God, this was seriously one of our favorite meals we've ever made from HelloFresh. It was so good. Oh my gosh, I literally think about it at least once a week. In fact, I love it so much that I'm going to continue to order it because it's so delicious. And that's what's cool about HelloFresh. If you find a meal that you really, really love, you can order it again and again. But of course, you can always try something new and different ingredients and pairings that you probably wouldn't have tried otherwise. That's another reason why I love HelloFresh, because it really does up your cooking game. If you've not tried HelloFresh, you are seriously missing out. I don't know what you're waiting for. It's so good. And we have such a great deal for you that you really have no excuse not to try it. So go to HelloFresh.com/50sesh and use code 50sesh for 50% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/50sesh and use code 50sesh for 50% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. Am I the asshole for going through my girlfriend's phone and then asking her to cut off her work husband? Okay. So I asked my girlfriend to cut off a coworker. Let's call him Cheese. What the fuck? Cheese. That'd be a cute name for a dog.
Yeah.
That would be.
Me and my girlfriend are both professionals and work in office environments. 10 months ago, she transferred offices within the company. As background, I don't ever go to my girlfriend's work parties because her coworkers don't stop talking about work, and one of her coworkers is, no joke, the R word of another of her coworkers.
Ooh.
Ew. But the victim swore my girlfriend to secrecy and I to refuse to act nice to him, so I don't go to her work parties. Ugh. My girlfriend first mentioned Cheese about 5 months ago. The first story I heard about him was that he had a threesome with 2 other female coworkers.
Oh.
I thought this was weird because he told her about this at work. Friends talk about sex. That's totally cool, but I don't know. That seems strange. This weekend, my girlfriend went to an office party by herself. She went to Cheese's house to pregame with another coworker. My girlfriend got home a while later than she told me she was going to get home. Anyways, after we got to bed, her phone starts vibrating, and at this point, they say it's really late. I get this gut feeling and check her phone. Have only ever done this one time in 3 years. It's just random emails. But I keep looking, and I look at the text between her and Cheese. There's a lot of stuff which is, I would say, flirty, but just barely. She also sends him the blowing kiss heart emoji. That's weird. She then asks him if he's hooked up with anybody yet. I doom scroll her texts. Lots of their conversations steered into sexual, even if it's just them talking about his sex life, and they talk a lot almost every day. So I look at her Instagram DMs and they send each other memes constantly, which whatever is fine, but I noticed that he sends her a lot of sex-based memes. She doesn't really seem to do much besides laugh at them, but when they do chat on Instagram, it's also flirty and they call each other names in a cute way. That's okay.
This is weird.
This is red flags.
Yeah.
But on this night, she is also sending him memes that are sex-based. Like, for example, this screenshot of a Twitter post that says, "Coming is so embarrassing. It's like, here is my stuff, LOL."
What? Okay.
Great meme, but it bothers me that she sent it so late while they're both drunk and after she sent him a kiss emoji. Bro, I would be fucking livid if this was in John. This guy's way too chill. He's like, oh, yeah, it's kind of flirty.
Yeah.
So I talked to her the next morning. She's upset I violated her privacy, and I agree that was wrong of me, but I also give her an ultimatum that I will only continue in this relationship if she cuts cheese off from her personal life. In other words, if they must interact, it should only be at work. No Instagram, no personal texting, no hangouts. Am I the asshole for going through her phone and giving the ultimatum?
No.
No, I don't think so. Damn, that's bad, though.
That's really bad.
Is he an asshole for going through her phone?
Or
do you have the right to do that as a partner?
I don't know. This question is like very. I don't know, because
Would you give someone the ability, like if you're dating someone and how long they've been together for?
3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after 3 years, do you feel like you would, if like your partner wanted to look at your phone, or if you wanted to look at their phone or just whatever, would you?
I mean, I'd be, yeah, like, I mean, like in my last relationship, like we never really went through each other's phones. Like it was, I mean, there's trust there. And I think that if there's a reason to, your gut's always right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if there's a reason or there's something that's like happening like that, and like you're getting, not even suspicious, but if your gut's telling you like something might be wrong, I think in certain instances, it depends. Like if it's like, if you do it all the time, then I think that is an invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
But if there's something happening and you have reason to believe
inkling.
something is happening, then I think that in a relationship that is okay. You know what I mean? Like obviously something is happening here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
that's more than just flirty. Like that is
Oh, yeah. That's
sending the kissy emoji. Like
Yeah.
that is reserved for
and
like,
sending like memes about sex. That's fucking weird.
and especially because like, I mean, obviously like what's weird to me a little bit is that it's a male coworker sending these sexual memes, yeah, to his female coworker who he knows has a partner.
Yeah.
And like that is just kind
But
of
she's
a
doing it
boundary.
back.
And she is she is doing it back.
It's almost worse on her part. I don't know if Cheese has a partner, but it's almost worse on her part.
What do we
Yeah.
think about work husbands and wives?
I don't really understand what that means.
Like you have somebody at work that you like kind of flirt with. Maybe
That's
don't
what
do
that
anything.
means? I thought it was like a good friend. That's like the opposite sex.
No, I'm pretty sure it's like, yeah, you're like flirting, and it's like almost like fun flirting.
It's like if if you're gonna go out to lunch with one of your like coworkers that, I don't know, there's always like a vibe to a work husband and wife. You know what I mean? Like there's like a little bit of like they may not be cheating on their partner, but
Yeah.
like it's a little too, they're a little too comfortable.
I
Mhm.
You know
see
what I
what
mean?
you mean. Yeah,
because
yeah,
they're
yeah.
with each other all day too. You know, I just
Right.
think that's.
I mean, if you think about it, like, I mean, we're with each other way more than we are kind of with our partners. You know what I mean? Like,
True. I spent a lot of time with you fuckers.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
no, yeah.
what would you do? Like, do you think it's wrong to go? Like, not that you would go through John's phone,
Yeah.
but are you guys like people that don't like share each other's phones? Like if his phone, like if you don't have your phone and you want to look something up, like can
Yeah.
you just grab it and
Yeah.
get on it?
Yeah.
So like I didn't know, maybe if they clearly they probably weren't sharing their phones or whatnot, but like with Jared and I don't have to like ask or
My thing is like, I feel like if you have to be on your partner's phone all the time, then that's a bigger problem. But I
Mhm.
do think if you've been in a relationship for that long, that there's something to be said about not being comfortable with your partner having your phone.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if John right now was like, yo, can I have your phone? I'm going to take it home and use it. I'd be like, yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I don't necessarily, like I get privacy to a certain extent, but then like she can't be blamed for that because, he can't be blamed for that because I think he found like really creepy shit. Like that's
also
definitely borderline cheating in my opinion.
The fact that like, I mean, her phone was like off the fucking going off the rails, like, you know, vibrating and stuff.
That's true.
Like, it was ringing a bunch, and like maybe he was like, oh well, I mean, if they've been together for this long, I mean, that's how I was. Like, if his phone was ringing, like I'd pick it up. You know what I mean? Like
honestly, if it was in the middle of the night and John just got home from like being out or whatever, and we're sleeping and he's drunk and his phone's blowing up, I would fucking check it. I'd be like, what's going on over here?
No, absolutely.
Yeah, I would. I think this is.
I think it's cheating.
I do too. I mean, I would
with like the kissy face thing and sending each other weird sex memes.
Yeah,
I think it is a little bit more than just flirting. Like that is
when you don't, and there's probably like we don't know what's going on at the office.
Exactly,
they talk about sexual things at the office,
and also it's weird that like one of her coworkers is like the R word of another coworker, and that he still has a job, or that they still have a job there. Like
that's
this
freaky.
Whole office just seems like one big HR violation.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, okay. So it says, what exactly is a work spouse? A work spouse is a coworker with whom you have a close platonic relationship. This type of relationship often involves confiding in each other, going to lunch together, and being understanding and supportive of one another. It can also be compared to a real marriage, but without any romantic connection.
That's weird.
So I don't know though, because like, is it only weird if it's like the opposite sex or whatever sex you're attracted to, like the same sex that you're attracted to? Because us three confide in each other and like talk about shit, but obviously it's platonic. But then like, would it be weird if one of you was a male and we were like just still that close? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see. I don't think so necessarily, because it's like I'm thinking of like our other male coworkers, which we're all very close here.
But
like,
I'm not as close to them as I am with you guys.
That's true.
Like
but
I don't talk about the same shit to all of them that I'll talk about with.
That's true.
But like, what if you were going to lunch with one of one of our male coworkers like all the time, or like you guys would just just like hanging out all the time and like
me and whatever going off together to lunch all the time, like just the two of us,
like chatting in your office.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little weird.
Like, would that not bother you if like John had some chick at the office where he was, I guess, always with or always getting lunch with? I'd be like, can you find someone else to go get lunch with?
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you were like exclusively going to lunch with that person like every day.
Alone even, or just like hanging out, and I think that there's also like a vibe to be said, like if obviously like someone's crushing on the other person, like even low key, like there's an emotional connection that's more than just platonic as a friend. You know what I mean? Like I think that absolutely you can be friends with the sex that you're attracted to no matter what, and it be just completely platonic and just be that. Like that is normal. Like that is normal. But I think when it comes to like a work spouse, it's more so like that. Yeah, I think it just comes with the flirting. I feel like flirting is always in having a work spouse. You know what I mean? Like whether even if it's like not like explicitly flirting, but like
just like, even little things.
Yeah, like complimenting someone's lips. Like if you're
so weird. Your lips look really good today.
Oh, speaking of that, the reason I said that is because the other day on Twitter, I saw a tweet that said, saying someone has nice lips is not a compliment.
Why not?
Because it has like a sexual connotation. Like, oh, you have really nice lips.
Versus like you have really nice eyes.
Yes. Do you see what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like if anyone,
if
any of our guy coworkers came up to me and was like, Janelle, you have really beautiful eyes, I'd be like, okay.
Or like
thanks,
really
but, like,
pretty lips.
But like that's creepy too. But like even if they were like, God, your eyes are so beautiful, I'd be like, yeah, okay, but like it's a little weird.
I don't even know.
Like I feel like that's weird. I don't think lips is any weirder than like
eyes or nose.
Yeah, that's yeah. You know,
I mean, I could see lips as could have like a sexual.
Well, so could eyes, and so could legs. Like you have gorgeous legs.
Oh, yeah, that'd be.
Yeah, I don't like that one. I don't like that one either. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I just like, I don't know. I think that this person is not an asshole for going through his girlfriend's
No, I don't think
phone
so either.
No.
because obviously there's something happening here.
Yeah.
Cheese is way too comfortable with her.
Agreed.
Stinky cheese.
Stinky cheese.
cheese. Stinky cheese.
More
has
like
got
blue
to
ball
go.
cheese.
Oh no, blue ball cheese.
As a parent, an average day with your newborn or toddler can be hectic. Between trying to schedule feedings and sleep schedules, diaper changes, you're exhausted and struggling with ways to keep your baby stimulated and learning during their wake periods. And KiwiCo makes it fun and convenient for parents. We have loved getting our Kiwi crates. They always come with the most amazing toys for Holly. She absolutely loves every single thing that has come from a KiwiCo crate. I have been surprised at how much she likes wooden toys. I never really played with wooden toys growing up, so I always kind of thought they'd be boring, but KiwiCo makes them fun. There is this one recycling truck that Holly loves so much. It comes with a little recycling bin that goes in and out of the truck and 2 little people that drive the truck, and she has so much fun pushing it around and playing with all the different little parts. KiwiCo is a must-have subscription for your child that encourages brain-building play. The Panda Crate was specifically designed for newborns and toddlers to help support their rapid development in their first 2 years of life. Each Panda Crate includes expert-backed activities to help babies at every stage learn by doing what they do best, playing and exploring. You'll receive up to 6 age-appropriate products that support child-led play and encourage up to 10 different skills for your baby, from developing cognitive skills to engaging their senses and practicing fine motor control. And each Panda Crate is made with baby and parents in mind. Their products are made of the highest quality, they're non-toxic, and each crate has everything you need so you can focus on bonding with your baby and enjoying their milestones. So foster brain-building play with KiwiCo. Right now, get 50% off your first month plus free shipping at kiwico.com, promo code SESH. That's 50% off your first month plus free shipping at KiwiCo, spelled like the fruit, KIWICO.com, promo code SESH. KiwiCo.com, promo code SESH.
All right, we're going to do one more Am I the Asshole before you get into secrets. This one says, am I the asshole for accidentally making my ex jealous with a potato that I posted a picture of? Okay, so this story is ridiculous, but I have a group chat with a few friends on WhatsApp. We post dumb stuff that's related to inside jokes to make each other laugh, as our profile pics on there sometimes. Anyways, we all used to work together in a restaurant, so we have an inside joke about this weird cook who tried to flirt with us by finding potatoes or carrots that were shaped like a penis and put them between his legs as a joke. Ew. Extremely creepy, but it became a joke between us. So one of my friends, Annie, was having a bad day and we were trying to make her laugh. So my other friend, Jennifer, put a photo of a penis-shaped carrot as her profile picture, and I thought it was hilarious, so I did the same with the potato pic. Yes, I know, it's all very silly, but it was just a harmless joke to cheer up a friend, or so I thought. About an hour later, I got a message from my ex cursing me out and saying, good luck with the disgusting new penis in your life, you whore. Oh my God. I told him to calm down because it's not a penis and to mind your own business. He insisted that I was lying and continued to go off on me, saying that I posted it on purpose because I wanted him to see it, which doesn't even make sense because I honestly had no clue he even used the app. And we haven't spoken for over a month. What a fucking weird dude, though, to be like, I see you on WhatsApp with your profile picture,
penis.
you whore. Anyway, so he says, I told him that he should stop stalking me because he's embarrassing himself, and then I hope he knows he's jealous of a potato. Am I the asshole for posting that? Even though it was just meant as a joke between my friends, I really don't think anyone would see it, and Duff didn't think anyone would actually mistake it for a real penis.
You gotta look at the photo that I sent of that. I just didn't know if it was allowed.
Is it the actual picture of it?
Yeah.
That was the picture of the
At least, yeah, that was with the tweet.
Damn, that looks very real. The one on the left, holy shit. I don't even know if you could put this on YouTube.
I know, that's why I was like, I don't know.
That's hilarious. It's just a potato.
I think she's the asshole.
You do?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she made him really upset.
You're
Yeah.
lying. Shut up.
No, he's a fucking
Wait,
dumb
really?
bitch.
I think she's the asshole.
You think
No,
so, really?
you don't. Fuck off. Do you really? No, you don't.
Would you be upset if you saw a picture like that?
Of an ex? Why would I care?
Oh, I think they were oh wait.
No, they
They were exes
Yeah,
at this point.
they were broken up.
Oh.
Yeah,
ugh,
he's a little
that is insane.
Why would I give a damn? if John put
Good
it,
luck with that new disgusting penis, you whore.
Oh my God. Okay, that makes sense.
Why? What do you think they were dating when it happened?
Yeah, but then I realized.
What if they
that
were dating? Would you be pissed if Jared did that?
with his work friends, like sending that?
Yeah.
No.
They don't even work together anymore.
He'd be mad at
Yeah.
you because you're thinking of another penis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think she's the asshole, because she was obviously thinking of other penises when she posted this.
Probably.
Yeah. She really fucked up.
Okay, they're like creepy previous coworker. The one that would actually do that.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Like
that
one
is
of the cook, like putting the penis.
That's kind of just like never
Who
mind.
tried to flirt with
What?
us by finding potatoes or yeah, what the
He's
hell?
like, check this out, ladies.
He puts them between his legs. I'd be like,
This is what mine looks like.
Ew.
Ew.
gross.
No, I don't think you're the asshole. I think your your ex-boyfriend's a fucking weirdo, though. Why does he care?
It's-
Clearly, he still has feelings for you because he's like, good luck finding someone with that profile picture, you whore. Like, why do you care?
It's a potato, my man.
My man, it is a potato. Take it easy.
Take it easy. Imagine breaking up with somebody because like they posted this picture as their profile picture with like on an app that like she only uses with like a few people. You know what I mean? So like the chances of other people seeing it are like something on. Not that it matters.
Okay, just kidding. I found one more I want to do.
You
Am I
scared
the
your son?
asshole for always turning down hangouts with my friends when they ask to bring their kids? I have a friend group of 7 women from university. I'm the only one that's child-free, but 1 is childless, 2 are pregnant with their first, and 3 have kids. We as a group rarely meet up. I've seen all of them maybe twice in the last year, and we all live in the same city. Every time someone asks to meet up and we finally find a date, everyone is able to. One of the moms always asks if they can bring their child or children. It's usually one of 2 moms, as the third actually wants to have kid-free evenings. And before anyone else can answer, the other mom says yes. Okay, so all 3 of the moms have husbands who can watch their kids, but most of them also have both sets of grandparents who are involved. But somehow they never manage to find someone who can babysit, as they call it. So at this point, I've stopped answering until they've set a time and place. Someone asks about the kids, and I say I can't make it. I hang out with them one-on-one or in smaller groups instead. Well, a few days ago, we agreed to finally meet up. No one had asked about kids, and we were having a barbecue and wine night. Well, guess who shows up with their 8-year-old? Yep, one of the moms. Clearly didn't hide my annoyance, and one of the girls asked me why. I just waved it off. After 30 minutes later, I excused myself and left. I said I didn't feel well. In those 30 minutes, we hadn't had any adult talk. We were just entertaining the kid. I would rather go home than do this for another 3 to 4 hours. After I left, I think they realized this was a pattern, and I got texts from most of the girls in the group. Some called me an asshole. Others just said they were annoyed with me leaving, while the third mom had my back and asked to meet up later that week to have a proper wine night. I don't hate kids at all. I work with them every day and don't want to spend my time off relaxing with friends or having to entertain other people's kids. Am I the asshole?
I mean, I think you guys are gonna disagree with me.
You think yes?
I kind of think she's a little bit of an asshole. She just sounds like a child, but I get it.
I don't think she's an asshole because when if you're trying to have a wine night with your adult friends
And a kid's there.
and a child's there, like you can't
That's true.
You have to like put on a filter and like put on a front, and then you have to also like worry about making sure the child's entertained. So I could see how it like interferes with your night. If it was like a one-off thing, obviously I think that's fine. But if it's happening over and over again, and then finally you find a date for all 3 of you or 4 of you, whatever, to hang out and have like an adult wine night, and one of them unannounced shows up with their kid, I honestly think that's kind of rude.
I will say, I think that I don't think she's the asshole overall, because I kind of feel the same way about it too. But I think that she should have been more verbal and more communicative about how she doesn't want to hang out with the kids. Like, especially
maybe
if she
kid-free night or something like that.
Yeah, like make it a point and like not saying anything and kind of just like excusing herself and but making excuses to her friends. Like that's just kind of rude. You know what I mean? Like you should communicate that. Be like, hey, like I don't hate your kids, but also like I don't want to hang out with your kids. Like,
right, I'm here to hang out with
I'm
you.
here to hang out with you. And like, especially if they work in a child, like in
That's
an
the thing.
environment where she's working with kids.
Yeah.
It's like you already have to, maybe she's a teacher or something, like you already have to put on a mask all day, every day anyway.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, if you're gonna have a wine night, then yeah, you don't want a stinky kid there. Like, I'm kidding. I'm
no,
like,
I guess you're right. I don't think she's the asshole. I just think she
I think she could have
being a
handled it
little
better.
bit of
Mhm.
whiny baby about it.
he was being a little whiny baby.
I think she could have handled it better, but I don't know. I mean, I could kind of see like how that would be annoying if you're planning to have an adult wine night and then one person brings their child with you,
Mhm.
especially like unannounced. If
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
like, look, I really can't get childcare, so I can either come with the kid or I don't come, like
Yeah.
that's a different thing. But if you just show up, and it sounds like for the most part, there's ways to get childcare and you just like either didn't or whatever.
Mhm.
And I guess another part of me that thinks that she might be a little bit of an asshole is because she's assuming that everyone has childcare. Like, she's like, well, everyone has their
Grandparents
husband
or
or
husband, yeah.
grandparents. Like, well, you don't really know their situation. Like, yeah, they probably can, but like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, what if they literally can't? Like,
Yeah, and then I think you should like mention that, because if
Yes,
people are
I
under
agree.
the impression like it's going to be an adult party or whatever, and you have to bring your kid because you have no other choice, like that's obviously not your fault at all.
right.
But I think
not
maybe
come.
you should mention like, hey, is it okay if I bring little Timmy, with me? Otherwise, I can't go, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What would you say? Like, say like you're kind of at your wit's end, right?
Yeah.
You finally there's no kids, and then you like one of your friends texts you and says like, "Hey, my babysitter fell through, whatever." Or say like she just didn't get one, and she's like, "Can I bring my
Timmy.
kid?" And she's like, "If not, then I don't think I can come." Would you say like, "Then I don't think you should come"?
Well, I'd just be like, well, it's going to be like there's going to be drinking and stuff, but it's up to you at the end of the day. Like, I'm not like, no, you can't fucking come. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
that's kind of that's like their call. And then if you are not thrilled with it, then put on a fake smile for a few hours and then leave. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah,
Do you think
that's
she
true.
should have left so soon after they got there, like 30 minutes, and like excused herself? Or do you think she should have like
I think she should have sucked it up for a little bit.
just a little bit longer? Like, she didn't have to stay the 3-4 hours
Yeah.
that she said, but like, like you don't have to be talking about like adult things. Like, I mean, sure, like you might have to like filter your language, and,
Yeah.
like not talk about like explicit things.
But also, she acted like she had to take care of the kid. I'm like, I kind of doubt that. Like,
Yeah.
just ignore the kid then. And like,
That's what I
your
would
own-
do. I'd
your
ignore the
own
kid.
thing.
Yeah.
Like, unless the mom was literally like, guys, don't drink around the kid, and like was trying to like dictate how you were having your night, then I'd be like kind of annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't
I
know,
agree.
just like go in another room with go in another room or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I agree.
I think she's like kind of an asshole,
She's,
but
like,
also like I
half an
kind of
ass.
see where she's coming from.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But she's like kind of an asshole
A
still.
little bit. I think that the way I don't think her decision was like assholey, but I think the way she went about it
True.
is
The execution.
the execution was a
poor.
little assholey.
True. Okay, let's go ahead and switch gears here and get into some of your secrets. Secret number 1, my best friend's dad hit on me and I haven't told her. For context, I'm a 25-year-old female and have been best friends with my friend, let's call her Taylor, who's also a 25-year-old female, since 6th grade. We were always at each other's houses for sleepovers, and in high school, her family moved into my neighborhood, so we were practically inseparable, and I became close with her family, and she was with mine. Her dad, let's call him Ralph, had been with Taylor's stepmom the entire time I've known Taylor. After high school, I moved states for college, and now a few years after college, I am still in a different state, but Taylor and I keep in touch and have a Snapchat streak of over 700. Wow. Impressive. Anyways, a few months ago, Ralph added me on Facebook. I noticed on his profile picture that his relationship status changed to divorced, but I did not interact with the post or anything. That same day, he messaged me on Facebook. It started off normal, saying, "Hey, how have you been?" Which honestly is still a little weird. This man drove me to both of my high school proms, would pick me up from basketball practices, sleepovers, etc. I answered him for a little bit, saying that what I was doing these days and where I live. Then he said, "Well, you sure are beautiful. I don't know if you've heard, but I'm getting a divorce." I replied with, "I'm sorry to hear that." To which he said, "Can I take you on a date this weekend? I'd love to see if you still have those dance moves."
Ew.
At this point, I was screaming. Taylor and I used to make up dance dances when we were like 14 and show them to Ralph. I am so freaked out and disgusted. I never answered his message, but I still talk to Taylor every day. I feel so weird not telling her about her dad, but I also feel even weirder about the thought of telling her that her dad hit on me. Dude, if one of my friends' dad hit on me, I'd freak the fuck out. What?
No, I'm just like frozen. I'm like, I can't even imagine like.
Ew, that's so creepy. After like you grew up with them.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ew, imagine. Ew.
Dude, the audacity of that dude. Sick.
Right. If your friend's dad, like, ew.
And the
Show me
dance
those
moves.
dance moves that you had when you were 14 years old. Like, were you sexualizing me like that when I was 14 too? Like, that's
Right.
just weird. Like, that's the
So
first thing that
creepy.
went to my head.
Yep. Agreed.
Ooh. Should she tell the friend?
Yeah.
Should she tell the friend?
What would you do?
Would you tell your friend? Or would you take that one to the grave?
I think I would tell the friend.
Yeah.
Because you guys are like at this point, they're 25.
I think I would tell the friend because like otherwise I would just feel so weird.
Also, it's giving weird like vibes from the dad. Like, I hope he's not doing this with like
Other yeah.
like young woman. Like,
Yeah.
But then don't you think that's going to like totally ruin her? Like, could you just let it go?
I don't think I could let it go though.
I probably could never see him. I would
That's
never
what I'm
want
saying.
to see him in person.
You wouldn't tell your friend though. But what if you're like, what if it got
Yeah, I guess
what if it
she,
gets brought up years later and she's like, why the fuck did you not tell me?
That's true. That's true. And then it's like she could even think that maybe.
you were like into it or something.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it would kill me. I would have to say something.
Also, the like, ew. I mean, if you were the daughter in the situation, would you confront your dad about it?
I would. But
Yeah.
also I know nothing about her dad. It could be like scary if she tries to confront her dad. If my
Yeah.
dad was doing shit like that, ew, I can't even imagine that. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
cuss
no.
his ass out.
Yeah.
Ew, even
Mark,
talk.
no.
Ugh, it's so gross.
Oh,
I would be mortified.
Yeah, I'd feel bad for like, I would feel so embarrassed if I was the friend.
So embarrassed.
You know what? I feel like if she doesn't tell, like maybe you should tell your friend because, like you said, he could be doing this to other people, and then it could come out with somebody else, and then what if he tries to make something up? Like, well, I sent it. You know,
Oh,
I don't know. Like, I think it could come out in the long
think
run.
it's really weird that he mentioned the dance moves. Like, that's just like,
That's very
dude,
creepy.
like that's creepy. Like, that's like,
I remember doing little dances when I was 14, and like we would always do like little shows.
Yeah. Oh, same. I would always like make up shows and be like, have whoever's house I was at, either my parents or my friends, be like, watch our fucking weird dance.
Yeah.
but then having like that parent years later be like,
The one that's like,
ooh,
your
do you
dance
still,
moves.
do you still have those dance moves? I want to see those dance moves.
Dude.
Let me take you out on a date.
Ew, that's so creepy
literally
because
makes me
then you're
nauseous.
like, oh, so when I was 14 and dancing around in the living room, you were
Thinking about going on a date with me?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Also, it's weird that he seemed to have messaged her like very soon after this divorce.
Mhm. Ew, creepy.
Ew.
Yikes. I don't know. That is
And calling her beautiful, like that's
that is the secret.
that is a secret.
Yeah.
All right, next up, they say, let me preface this with this situation that happened years ago when I was very young, and I have grown a lot since then and learned my mistakes. My first marriage was toxic and abusive. After we had a baby, it went downhill, and I wasn't getting what I needed from my husband. So I made the mistake of seeking comfort in another man at work that happened to be my manager, who was also married and had kids. I ended up sending some spicy pics to this other man, and my husband found them and then called HR. He then proceeded to send my spicy pics to HR as proof.
Oh hell no.
Long story short, the guy got fired and I was forced to resign and we got divorced, and that's the end. What's even worse is this is my third secret I've submitted, and I'm starting to realize I have really lived life to its fullest this far. Holy shit, that's really funny. Well, thanks for submitting your secrets. We appreciate that. I'm sorry you were in a toxic and abusive marriage. That's never good. But also the fact that they said HR pics.
Okay, that's also like a little completely inappropriate.
Totally.
You should not like what? So this one person saw her picture,
Her husband
pictures.
saw the pictures and sent them to her HR.
So like what? So her husband is distributing her pics like
Yeah.
to more people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe that was just like a form of like getting it like payback or something. But that's like so. I'm sorry, girl. I'm glad you're out of the situation.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay, this one's short and sweet. If this is true, y'all are nasty. This person says, I licked my own juice.
Ew.
semen. What is it called? There's like a term for it, whatever. I licked my own swimmers and was surprised with how sour it was.
Ew.
Karelly.
I wonder if that's a common thing for guys to do.
Honey, let me tell you something.
Ew, you think
I'm just curious. I'm wondering if guys are like,
curious?
yeah, because
Or do you think this is a woman?
OT. OT. I didn't even think about it like that. Yeah. That word is for both male and female.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sour it was.
I don't know about that
Ew, that's
one.
fucking gross. But y'all nasty. What can I say? You do you. Honestly, you do you. Whatever. Okay, this person says, I slid into my high school teacher's DMs 5 years after graduation. During COVID, I was bored. Who wasn't? When I was in middle school, I had the hottest math teacher. He was probably around 24 or so when he was actually my teacher, making him about 10 years older than me. Middle school, age 14. Okay. I went to a small school, so it wasn't unusual to add him as a Facebook friend a year or two after graduation once I found his account. What was unusual was that one night he posted a photo of himself out at a bar on his Facebook story. I slid up in there with some heart eyes. 21-year-old me had some balls. He messaged me asking what I meant. How do you not know what that means? And I straight up told him he looked hot in the picture. We exchanged a few messages on Facebook, and I figured it would end there. He knew that about 10 years prior I was his student, but I didn't do anything super memorable, so he more or less just remembered my name. I just flirted a little with my older teacher, who is still hot as fuck. But he took me totally by surprise when he asked me to add him on Snapchat. We talked more and more and ended up sending nudes to each other and lots of phone sex. We never actually hooked up, but I would have if he lived close. He ended up getting a new girlfriend, now wife, soon after, so he blocked me and I haven't talked to him since. But damn, that was a good time. Sometimes I think of him as the hookup who got away because I regret not getting with him at least once.
Hell yeah. Wow.
dang.
Okay. I mean,
Hey, they're all both adults
you're
now.
both adults. He's hot. You're bored during COVID. What the fuck, man?
I give her, props.
Do you guys ever have a hot teacher?
I was just thinking of mine. No, I saw him. It was so funny. So this was like years after graduation. He was also my middle school teacher. I'm not going to say what class he was in because if anybody's listening, they know exactly what I'm talking about. I saw him at Sephora like 3 or 4. Well, if it was in middle school, this was like probably like 6 years later with his wife. Man, look rough.
Really?
Rough.
You're like, oh damn.
I was like, oh damn. I was like, no. He was a great looking man back then. And I'm like, how disgusting of me thinking that this like 30-year-old man was the hottest man on earth.
That's fucking
And I
funny.
was what?
Oh, I thought
13?
teachers were hot. I think it's like a thing. Not that I
Yeah.
was like trying to do anything with them.
That
but,
was
like,
kind of like,
I've thought there's like been some professors I have. I'm like
I would.
pretty good looking, just saying.
Honestly, that's like, no, I'm not going to say that.
Is that fantasy of yours?
It's a fantasy of mine.
mine.
Not anymore.
You got any teacher crushes?
Well,
I'm trying to think back.
Do
I
you?
think
Yeah.
there was like a few hot teachers in high school, but I've always been like really shy. I would have never had the guts to like go through with.
Oh yeah, I mean, I give you balls. I mean, I give you props for having the balls to send nudes to your teacher and have phone sex, even if like no matter what. That's just like,
I mean, yeah, that's like I could never do that.
that's some shit you hear on like Dipsy.
that is some dipsy shit.
Yeah. Hell yeah, good for you. That's
You should
funny,
submit
though.
your story to Dipsy.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my God, that's funny. My mom and dad divorced when I was a kid. When I was in high school, she got married to a man named Harold. Harold has 3 kids, a girl my age, Nikki, and 2 sons who are older than me by a few years. When I was 17 and in high school, I was living at home with my mom and Harold. His oldest son, Jacob, had some job troubles and ended up moving in with us for a few months. Since Harold and my mom married when I was 16, I hadn't spent a lot of time with Jacob other than at holidays and a family vacation. I don't exactly remember what happened, but suddenly we started watching movies together at night, texting frequently, And one night at around 3 a.m. when our parents and siblings were asleep, we had sex.
Ugh.
On our parents' couch in the living room, and we nearly got caught.
Oh.
After that night, we hooked up a few more times over the course of a month or so. Looking back, I think our parents were extremely sus, but honestly, probably didn't even want to know and were scared to confront the situation. Actually, I had to take Plan B pill after we hooked up once, and that is actually how my mom found out I was not a virgin. I just lied and told her it was another guy, not Jacob, obviously. I have such a close relationship with my stepsister, Nikki, that I eventually came clean and told her, oh my God, about me and her brother's hookup. Looking back, I'm not sure I should have, but my conscience was so heavy. To this day, Nikki and I are extremely close, and her brother is married now, and I'm engaged. All this took place about 7 years ago. I never come clean to my mom, but I swear she knows.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's giving like, have you guys watched The Fosters?
No.
It's like this old like ABC Family show. And
What, they're like having sex with each other?
well, no, it's like it's a foster family, and there's one of the brothers like, and one of the foster children are like into each other. That's giving this. Oh my
Oh my
God.
gosh. That's insane.
Oh my God, having sex with your stepbrother. I mean,
I'm sure that makes family dinner real awkward. Ew, I can't even imagine. Like almost getting caught too. Oh my God. And her family probably does know, and they just do not like if they don't acknowledge it, it does not exist.
I bet you this is more common than you think.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Like, I actually think this is probably quite common. Isn't that one family on Teen Mom, Step Brothers? They're like stepkids technically, because their parents like started dating or something after they like were together.
Janelle?
What?
I'm kidding.
Oh, Janelle. I was like, oh, what? No, not that Janelle. No.
Oh man.
Ooh. Okay.
Damn.
Here's another one. Before hooking up with a dude while I was on my period, I took out my tampon while he went into another room, and I put it under his couch. A few months later, he told me he was moving, but he never mentioned the tampon. I can only imagine what happened when he moved the couch.
That's iconic.
It's fucking hilarious, honestly. Good for you. Oh, it's really funny. Okay, I'm an esthetician. I was once performing a lash lift on a client and drooled on her head when I was focusing, and they had their eyes closed. I wiped it off, and she said it was water. Dude, could you imagine?
Oh my God.
I've thought about that. Like, while I'm getting my lashes done, I'm like, what if, because we're talking the whole time. I'm assuming she's looking over my head. Like, what if she's
looking
looking
down
on my head?
Yeah. Do you ever like,
Ruh-roh.
do you ever like get like, I don't know what the word is. Like, do you ever like not want to smell people's breath just in case it smells bad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if like they're talking, you're kind of like, well, just in case. I don't know if it smells bad or not. I just don't want to know if it
I
smells
don't like
bad.
the idea of breath in general. It bothers me, even if it doesn't smell bad. I'm like, the air coming out of your moist mouth really is not the vibe.
That's how you brush your teeth all the time, huh? No.
Could be partial. Oh, because I have bad breath, you're saying?
No, you
That's
don't
why I
have
brush my
bad
teeth?
breath. You don't have
Oh,
bad
good.
breath.
Thanks.
I've never smelled your breath.
Thank you. Appreciate that. No, I brush my teeth all the time because I like the feeling of having really clean teeth. I'm like obsessed with it. Feels good. And now that I have my Invisalign, I do that also. Okay, it says, I used to have pretty bad IBS. One time I was on a date with a guy I was currently getting to know. I didn't eat anything that day for the same reason. I was terrified something would happen. To my surprise, it made it worse. We were at the beach and we were laying down in the sand watching the stars, and suddenly I feel and hear a growl. My stomach starts rumbling, and when I gotta go, I have to go. So I got up awkwardly and ran to the rocks that were some feet away behind us. Thank goodness it was dark, so I did it. I pooped in the rocks and then went and rinsed myself in the water. He was so confused when I walked back up to him, so I told him I felt like throwing up and he had to take me home immediately. Oh, dude, that sucks. You ever shit in the ocean?
No.
Have you shot in the ocean? Tell us your secret, Janelle.
What?
No, I never shit in the ocean.
You shot in the ocean.
No, never have.
No, she shot in the ocean.
No.
Look at those eyes of lies.
Never shot in the ocean. Peed in the ocean many a times.
Look
Yeah.
at me.
Shot in my own backyard. Yes. You know that story? If you know, you know. Ick, yuck.
Yick, yick.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. This person says, I'm a 27-year-old female. For context, when I was 16 and dumb, I was super lonely, so I reached to online for comfort. I met this girl who was 30. Well, she grew me for a year and made me feel like I was in love with her. Oh my God. Well, she came to visit me. Mind you, she was 31 and I was 17, and my family is super conservative and Christian. I don't fucking know why I thought this would work, but basically we were staying at a hotel for a week during the summer. My mom found out, came to the hotel to get my ass, and to this day we've never spoke of it. Oh my God, it was like it never happened. I'm still confused about it, and that was 10 years ago. I don't know if this is super juicy, but definitely a secret I've kept myself. That's like really creepy. I'm sorry that happened to you. Yeah, that's
Jeez.
Ew, but your mom came and got you. That must have been so awkward.
Also, the fact that like I think it's so bad. I think it does so much more damage when like a family refuses to talk about the problem and it like permeates in like the child's head. You know what I mean? And like, I mean, this is still like on her mind 10 years later. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that if it was dealt with in the moment and like, you know, kind of maybe presented in, I don't know. I mean, I know the situation is just like from my own experiences. Like maybe like present it in a way where it's like it's not the child's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
true.
I feel like that it's
so it sounds like she carries a lot of shame for it, you know?
Yeah. And it's like not, it was never her. She was a minor.
Yeah,
like,
she was being groomed by a 31-year-old. That's creepy as fuck, dude. Ugh. Okay, we're going to do one more secret. This one's great. When I was younger, I was scared of the dark and nighttime, so I refused to leave my room in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. So I would just squat and pee on the floor. This happened for years. One time when I was around 12, I had some friends come over after school, and one of them sat in the pee puddle right from the night before. I tried to play it off like it was just water, but they smelled their hand, and it was undeniable. We didn't even have a pet or anything, so I couldn't blame it on the dog. They told my mom, and she figured I did it while I was quote unquote sleepwalking, which wasn't that uncommon for me. We have since moved out of the house, and to this day, no one knows I did that. Bro, that's fucking sick. Why are you peeing on the fucking carpet? That is so gross. How does your mom not know?
Yeah, or like, how does it not smell?
Yeah, does the room not smell like hot piss?
Dude, it probably did smell like hot piss.
Oh my God.
Yikes.
Kids are fucking weird. Kids do weird things.
Peeing on the ground?
Peeing in your bedroom carpet?
That's disgusting. I'm sorry. You're nasty.
Would you ever?
No.
What if you were like so afraid of the dark?
I don't know.
I'd have a flashlight or something.
Yeah, get a flashlight.
Or a bucket. Take a bucket.
Yeah, or like a little, one of those kids' little training toilets.
Yeah.
Would you rather pee in your bed or on your carpet?
On my carpet than in my bed. The fuck?
I'm just wondering.
In my bed? No, I'm not trying to pee in my bed.
Unless you have a pee pad, then.
Should have put out a pee pad.
Like
on the carpet like a dog?
No.
Yes.
That'd be so funny. Can you imagine if you had
You're
kid,
like, this is my pee pad.
you like walk into your kid's room and they're like, what is this? Like,
It's my pee pad.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I borrowed it from the dog.
No.
That's funny that they didn't even have a pet, so they couldn't she couldn't be like.
Yeah. You didn't think that went through very much. No offense, bestie.
I hope you don't do that anymore.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Ew.
But are there like lazy moments? Like, oh, I'll just go and I'll just roll off my bed and pee on my
I'm
floor.
just gonna poop in my pants.
I haven't like peed my pants in so long. Like I don't know what that sensation is like.
I honestly
Me
kind of like.
neither.
I haven't me either, but I kind of want to like know what it's like because like I feel like it could be
Okay,
a nice
try it.
sensation.
Try it.
I have to pee right now.
Ew.
Did you say it could be a nice sensation?
Yeah.
Peeing your pants, you weirdo.
No,
I would not like that.
That would be horrible.
That's like, when you go swimming and then, because I don't like my clothes being wet.
Ugh, I hate that feeling.
So it's
Actually,
like-
yeah.
Like
you're
when you
right.
go
Ugh.
swimming as a kid and you have to go like into the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh,
taking off wet
You
clothes.
like taking a when you gotta take shit when you're like at the public pool and you're like, all right, I gotta go.
Oh,
Yeah.
So when you get out of the shower sometimes and like you have to go to the bathroom like right after.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate going to the bathroom right after I shower.
Usually I try to go to the bathroom before I go to the
But like,
shower.
what if your body's like, no, bitch, like
you need to go
you
shit
know,
right now?
or like what if like it's like you have to get out of the shower to go shit?
Oh, that's happened before.
It's happened.
I
Yeah,
hate
it's
that
happened.
feeling.
It's happened to me too.
Because then like it's hard. How do you wipe when your body's wet?
yeah,
the
so, like, the
toilet
toilet
just
paper-
rips. I
Yeah.
hate that. It's disgusting.
You're like sliding around on the toilet seat.
Yeah, it's like a
Literally.
it's like a slip and slide for your ass. Fucking
Oh my
bad.
God.
Anyways, that's enough of this disgusting podcast. We're gonna end it there. I need to go eat lunch. I haven't eaten all day. I'm fucking starving.
Me too.
Too.
That is the end of that. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's always a pleasure. I hope it's a pleasure for you as well. Charles, say bye. He looks like he just saw a ghost. What's wrong, pal?
John, he's a boy. He needs food too. He needs to have his lunch.
Is Bijan lunch?
All right, guys. yeah, be sure to follow us on Instagram, _Sesh Podcast, if you want to be parts of these episodes in the future. Also, if you have a second, please head over to Spotify or Apple Podcast and subscribe to our show or download it. It really, really helps our show. And give us a review if you have an extra moment. But that's going to be it. We'll see you on the next sesh. But until then,
Keep it fresh.
Sydney didn't join us.
I did.
Okay.
I did the SH.